Hey guys, Kaido today with another YouTube video, and I got you the jungle tier list for this patch. Quite a lot of jungle buffs and nerfs that have been happening, and some rune changes. So let's go look at the patch real quick, and then we make the tier list. Yeah, these dragon changes, nice. Okay, void robes, slight hit, kind of good for the game. You remember how I said like Evelyn, she keeps getting buffed. She might actually just be strong again. I think she might be strong right now. I would probably put her B or A tier maybe. I do think if she gets one more buff, I think if she gets a Q buff, I think she will be very much back in the meta for solo queue. And then we got Kane. I think these Kane buffs are literally massive. I know like 20 AD, rank 5 must feel pretty nice. I mean, you get like a bit more damage on your early skill points, which is pretty good. Do you think if this champ gets buffed even one more time, again, just like Evelyn, might become a very strong champion? Oh yeah, these Jax. I mean, Jax jungle. I think everyone knows it's kind of a thing. You pick into like Xin Zhao and such. I don't think it's like that insane. These buffs for it, but I mean, a buff is a buff. It's quite nice. Then what's the next jungler? There should be Skarner. Oh yeah, Mr. King himself. So this 0.5 nerf that they did on his E, basically, if you run Tenacity Shard and you buy Merc Treads, you are able to flash out the ER combo now. So you need like 35 tenacity, like 35%. So that is something to think about when you verse Skarner. I still think he's very strong overall as a champion, regardless of these nerfs. But it does feel a bit easier maybe to play against him, especially in solo queue. I do think when you do draft good champions with it, like Aurora, Rumble, Oriana, like MF Maokai Skarner, like these kind of combos, I think he's still a strong champion. And what's the next one? Oh yeah, Viego nerf. I think it hurts him a little bit, but still think he's a very strong champion regardless. If he's versus like very heavy fighting melee comps, because that's just Viego's identity. And then Wukong nerfs, very big. Say these are pretty nice. They're like reverting nerfs again on Decoy. Decoy is one of his most OP abilities, being able to make space and just like engage with it, and this is pretty good. This hurts his clear a little bit. And now we're gonna look at the runes. Electrocute, pretty big buff for Kha'zix, I would say. Both these runes. I mean, I run Dark Harvest because I prefer Dark Harvest on Kha'zix because I already think he has enough damage, and his scaling becomes very OP when he gets stacks. When you have 15 Dark Harvest stacks or so, this Dark Harvest is very strong as a rune. So, okay, that should be the end of the patch. So where's Skarner? Because I know in my comments I forgot the last two patches to put Skarner, so let's put Bad Boy over there. And now we're gonna put. I still believe Kha'zix is a very S tier champion if you play him very well. He does require quite high execution to pull off, but very strong champion, just like Lee Sin. Still think these champions are very strong, especially after Viego and Wukong getting hit a little bit. These champions very good in solo queue. I know like Kha'zix does kind of get countered by Lee Sin, but I mean, maybe you don't versus Lee Sin, or you ban yourself as the Kha'zix player. Because let's say our channel, we're Kindred Kha'zix channel, like we're pretty known for that. Lee Sin ban's kind of good, right? Like this champion counters both Kindred and Kha'zix. It's like really annoying to play against. I think Jarvan's a very strong champion, just because his engage is good, his items are good, early fighting and skirmishing is very strong. He tends to be quite fragile if you do make bad decisions in the game, but if you are clear-minded and just don't troll, like it's a pretty good, well-rounded champion, I would say. Pantheon Jungle, I think, is also very S tier. Very good champion right now. Can be flexed in every role pretty much by AD carry, and with pairings like Talia, Asol, like hook supports, like this champion can really run over the whole map, and it's like very annoying to play against. Let's round out the tier list a little bit. Let's put Nunu here. Still think Nunu is strong. I think Kindred is A tier. Can be S tier if you get Galio on your team and like Maokai and like just setup and like utility. You really wanted Galio or Malka, or like just ideally Galio. It's just one of the best champs to pair with this champion to make her very strong. I think Kane might be A tier potentially. Let's put in B tier for now. Let's put Nocturne here. Let's put Vi in C tier. I would never want to play Vi in solo queue. I think Graves is still a very strong champion. You do run Fleet Fork. I did release a Graves like build and gameplay guide just yesterday, if I remember. So go watch that if you really want to understand what you should be building and what you should be doing on Graves in this current season. I'm gonna put Viego A tier right now. He can be S tier, but that's really conditional on comp. So I'm just gonna put based off just straight up raw strength. This tier list. Still think Wukong is a strong champion, regardless of the nerfs. See Talon, I think he is very much up here. I do think he's very hard to play though. So player skill matters a lot. Some champions player skill just matters, like Lee Sin, Kha'zix, Talon. Same thing with Nidalee. I'm gonna put her as a C tier because maybe she's higher for other regions like Korea and maybe US, but I think for NA especially, maybe I was put her B tier. Xin Zhao, I think he's A tier, very strong champion. To the arena type shit, you know, like doesn't really fear. Just take any fights possible. Can be very strong with econ. Can be strong even without econ because he just tanks a lot. So that's where I would put Jax. I would put Jax A tier also. Very good champion to be able to play. Do think Hecarim is also up here. So let's tweak this a bit. I think Xin Zhao should go up. And should be like this. Do think Hecarim is a very strong champion. You do have to be good at him. Being able to adapt to very fast-paced gameplay. Like, of course, he's a full clear champion, but sometimes like this champion is strong, just fighting and just playing to gank lane and then just play for enemy camps. Just because 3-stack Q is very strong and like ganking from behind enemy laner with your E, you know, it's pretty much like a free kill as a Hecarim if they don't have flash. Let's see, another champion. Gwen, I think Gwen in solo queue can be good, but I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of Gwen, so I'm gonna put her in B tier. I don't think I think she's a good champion potentially in the jungle, but do think she requires a lot to be useful in my opinion, and I feel like she loses a lot of these matchups. Maybe not like Jarvan, maybe not like. I mean, she should lose against like Wukong, Xin Zhao. Actually, maybe not Xin Zhao, I'm not sure. Jax should lose, Viego should lose, you know, like, I mean, it can go either way, but still would rather prefer the Bruiser. I'm gonna put Kiana jungle here because of the electrocute buffs, potentially. I think she might be decent. I put a lot of, like, the champions that could go up and down in B tier. I think S A tier are the champs you want to play, but B tier, you could play them, just depending on draft and, like, how good you are at the champion. And in C tier, I would just not want to play. So yeah, I'm gonna put Echo down there too. Looks like Briar is not on the list, so I will not be putting Briar in F tier today. Next, if you have Akshan as a Karthus, I think you literally cannot lose a good Akshan player. So I would say his champion's S tier. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put him A tier. Do think he's S tier if you do have an Akshan player. And Lilia, do think she's very good. Ivern, I mean, it's just S tier to be honest. This champion is just disgusting. If good draft. But for solo queue, it might be harder to pull him off, so let's put him A tier. And Rek'Sai, I don't think Rek'Sai is a great champion. Very useless champion. Like, I honestly just put him D tier. Like, I actually rather play a Mumu. Like, a Mumu is not even that bad. Shaco. I don't know how Shaco is, so I'm gonna put him C tier because I have no idea, to be honest. I think Zac is not a bad champion. Honestly, I might need another row. Let's put the F tier. I would not want to play Rek'Sai ever. And same with Shaco. I would not want to play these champions. I think C tier would be willing to play depending on drafts, but not ideal. Let's put him like this. Fiddle, still think it's very strong. Just Fiddle things. You do need 80 champions on your team, so in NA it doesn't really work, but I hope in EU with the amount of Draven players, amount of like 80 laners you probably have. Same with like Korea, the Yoni players and such. Like you can probably pull off AP jungle more, but I've noticed since I've come to NA, playing AP junglers are so hard. Just because no one plays 80 champions, so it's kind of annoying. Let's see, next champion. Master Yi. Yeah, I don't know. Terrible champion in my opinion. Do you think Volibear? I think his B tier is the most flexible. They can either be stronger than their actual tier or lower depending on like comp. Do you think Rengar, another champion based off player skill, can be A tier? But I'm gonna put him B tier because he could be very strong, but I think because of skill level, I think it's very hard to pull off his champion. And let's see. Shyvana just sucks, I think. I think Olaf is not a good champion. Trundle, not a good champ. I think Udyr is not a good champ. Mundo, not a good champion. I think Diana's not a bad champion for solo queue. I still think this champ is only really OP with Yasuo, but I think champ's not bad. With the amount of build flexibility she has full AP. But like, what do you call it, Nasher decap. She has Protobelt Zonios. She has the new Bruiser type build where you do like Leandries and Bloodletters. Riftmaker and such. All good builds on Diana. Oh yeah, Evelyn. I still think she needs some, like, bro, when I see these champions now, like, bro, I was about to put Evelyn like B tier, but I don't know, I'm gonna put her in C tier for now. Maybe she goes up a tier next patch, but I think right now, don't see it. Warwick, I mean, yeah, Warwick is like, you know, if you got that dog in you, you play Warwick, you know. At least jungle, just really flip, you know, it's better there. I do think Brand jungle is still like pretty playable. Good into like Skarner. Good into like matchups you can scale, so like Nunu. And play into Zara, you know, like it's not bad. Gragas, I think not that great of a champion. I think with Yasuo he can be very strong, but I don't think it's like, that great of a champion. And let's see, Sejuani. Do you think Sejuani is not bad if you have the melee laners? And is there any other champion that I really want to put on this list? Like, I don't know, like Rammus is just a bad champion, no? Like, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Well, this is like the tier list, I would say. Let's see if there's any like changes I would want to put. So S tier, I think overall strong champions. You can pick them quite often. Same with A tier, very strong champions. I think B tier, you can play them if you understand how they should work and function in the game. So they can go up a tier, but depending on how well you play them, if you play them poorly, they will just look like C, D tier, F tier champs, you know. And then all these champions, I just think it's not really worth to play, in my opinion. You could play them maybe if they look good. Let's say they have 0 CC, maybe Master Yi might just be the best champion in the game. If you have very disgusting champions and you want a champion that can just engage, and you have strong laners, you just play Vi and just send it, you know. These champions I think are just very weak. Rek'Sai, just not a great champion nowadays. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on tier list, you know, let me know. I will be releasing a lot of I'll be releasing Kha'Zix guide, Jarvan guide, Pantheon guide, Wukong, Xin Zhao. Like a lot of these champions in S tier I'll be releasing build and clear guides and even just gameplay guides on. I'll be posting a lot of Kindred Kha'Zix though, as usual. Tomorrow should be a Kha'Zix video and the day after should be a Kindred video, so you know, stay tuned. And it is kind of a late upload. I'm still jet lagged, but you know, I'm getting there either way. But thanks for watching and hope to see you guys in future videos.